can go to live in France, but you cannot become a Frenchman. You can go to live in Germany or Turkey or Japan, but you cannot become a German, a Turk, or Japanese. But anyone from any corner of the earth can come to live in America and become an American.
太冷了，受不了。现在才6点钟了，还要熬10几个小时。
是，在中国现在混得下去的，真的。对啊，混得下去谁还不知道？
他是说做核酸就做核酸了，不让你开门就是不让你开门了。房子没有了，车子也没有了，然后一身的负债。
实话说，就是说，我们就是跟风来的，也是在外网看的，就是移民潮嘛，就是很多这个走这条线儿的。
Sir, that's it right there. We're just gonna take families right now. Ustedes para atrás, por favor. Es todo que vamos a quedar por ahorita, okay? You guys speak English? No English? Okay. I got it. ¿Es tu mamá y ella? No. Okay, usted tiene 2 niños, ¿no? Okay, aquí, señora, cuidado. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. Okay, 5. Okay, 5. 6, 7, 8. The last bags we got 5, 7 inside now.
你找个东西坐这边。
我还以为你走的嘞。
我还说你走了呢，我还挺开心的。
那个怀孕的是不是走了？
他走了，他老公也走了。
估计是明天早上。
我都没挤过去。你觉得今年走的人特别多吗？没错，我们今年那个县城人都空了。你们走过来的？
完了。
Ladies and gentlemen, we would like to be the first to welcome you to Quito, Ecuador. The local time here is approximately 1:07.
That's us.
Hey guys. How you doing? All right. You good? Okay.
I've traveled to Ecuador, a small country in South America that until recently was largely unknown in China. But now, hundreds of Chinese arrive every day. Because it's the closest country to the United States that allows Chinese passport holders to enter visa-free. In the capital, Quito, I soon come across this small group of Chinese. They're willing to be filmed on condition that we don't give out their real names. So we assign them aliases. Uncle Wang, Auntie Lan, Jaden, and Chubby Chef, who worked as a cook in China.
不是，这有豆角儿，摘豆角回炖吃的。这大豆是吧？
这是中国人干的事。
They look like any group of Chinese tourists that one would encounter anywhere in the world. And that's the story they had to stick to get into Ecuador.
说海关可能时间比较长，他会把这些中国人放到一边去，慢慢，拿着你那个行程单就来问你到这来干什么啊？然后问你什么时候回去啊？酒店订好了没有啊？反正问你一些问题，全部用中文来问你。比如他还会跟我大姐，你去美国吗？你是说哎耶哦，还有我大姐反应够快。
激动 ，OK。
It's their first time out of China, so even with a mission, they want to have fun.
东北大哥来个 pose 啊，不然赶出来的都是勇者。
And try new things. To cheer Uncle Wang up, we head to a Chinese restaurant.
只要是背个背包、光溜溜的，都基本上都是走线的。
那是中国人。
对，只要一看，一个眼神，一个对视，
都明白，都懂啊。
The term they mention, 走线, literally translates to walk the line in English. It's a newly coined expression on the Chinese internet, referring to exactly what they're doing, taking long and arduous detours to reach America.
走到这儿花了多少钱了？已经
3.5万。
现在的预期是走完还得花多少钱？
正常的话，至少要10个左右。
都拿得出来这个钱吗？
我们是录卡呀，在卡一录啊，信用卡这些。现在好多。
你那么年轻，你信用卡没有这个额度？
有，信用卡有10万块吧。
所以走线以前基本上都是南美人，很穷的国家。这个中国是世界上第2大经济体，怎么那么多人来走线呢？
那疫情这3年疫情把老百姓坑成那儿，自己做买卖做了弄不到2年嘛，赔了那20来万。
把钱全部赔光了吗？自己的积蓄？
可不是，赔了他妈的新房都没住上，玩意儿，这就是出来开始当兵了吗？现在对于我来说，我2个孩子不好干。
啊。
就因为像我们就是有个小小的加工厂嘛，做皮具类的哦，可能这4年总共亏损了差不多90多万，一看知道是没有前程，现在还有点路会赶快爬。
在国内像我这么大年纪，基本上打工都没人要。 今年56，去那边嘛，不管多大年龄，只要你肯做。
像我们也是想投奔自己，说实话。好不容易，我要感谢拜登，我也跟他说，3个时候拜登，真的感谢他。如果不是他愿意接纳这些我们这些难民的话，我们这也不敢跑。虽然我心里面可能对特朗普共和党，我觉得可能他的政策可能对美国有利一点，但是拜登呢对移民好。
A plan to vote for Trump. And I believe all my family, we're gonna vote for Trump because we do need a change in this country. Our town is so small, if you go too fast, you're gonna miss it for sure. Any minute now, we're gonna come to the open border. And that's where immigrants coming into this country. Somebody from the other side probably telling them where that entrance in a fence is.
The Mexican.
As you see right here to the left, there is a open border right here. This is where they're coming from. This is where they're coming in right here.
My property was like this before over there with the burning now. It's how dangerous it was over there.
There was a lot of grass. It's fire hazard. That's what she's talking about. They do whatever they want to do. They burn on your property. They use the bathroom. They don't clean up after themselves. They drink the water, throw the bottle there. Can I take him out of there? I took my gun and I shoot in the air 4 bullets. The police arrest me. They even border patrol tell them leave him alone. You cannot move him out of there. So. You know, I think Chinese have more right than we do here. I can see their leader, I can see their well-being and all that. But I don't understand why they come over here. I really would like to know that myself.
Back in Quito, we moved to a district where the Chinese migrants find lodging, a guest house catering almost exclusively to the walk the line crowd.
There's just this random pot of cash, I think left by past guests. And they got these obviously from the countries that they had traveled through. So you've got Turkey. Thailand. I know this one. This is from Hong Kong. Huh. What's this? Qatar Central Bank.
The migrants often stay here for a few days to rest and mentally prepare for the Darien Gap. A dense jungle between Colombia and Panama that till this day has no roads, so crossing it requires walking on foot for up to a week. The guesthouse owner, originally from Beijing, agrees to speak to us only if we conceal her identity and the location of the property.
规模最大的时候，平均一天要走40-50个人。
为什么好像就是这几个政府，包括厄瓜多尔，他都不太在乎？
现在所有的旅馆都生意也不是很好，是吧？都是靠这些人。那这些人是不是要吃点东西啊？要住个旅馆啊？你要最起码要坐他这个大巴，他等于是给这个国家也带来了很多的这个，所以人家还挺开心的嘛。
您估计雨林里面死过中国人吗？
一个老乡，北京人，他是60多岁了，他也是在我这儿住。6月17号，去年我记得很清楚，他晚上就跟我说的，我今天晚上连夜坐船走。然后进了雨林就没再出，没有再声音了。我觉得他已经不在了。 因为他没有理由不跟我联系。
您自己对他们想去美国这件事怎么看呢？
我觉得人各有志吧。
他们是走到那儿了，再去乡下，我看他们节奏太慢了，受不了。
他们两个没得你们那个着急的。
At the same time, there's trouble within the group who we met the day before. Jaden and Chubby Chef want to pay a smuggler to get them to the entrance of the Darien Gap, but have been slow to confirm a time for departure. While Uncle Wang and Auntie Lan are eager to hit the road and want to save money by navigating the journey on their own.
我想，因为你毕竟在路上是好的时间是好的金钱那么出头，早点找工作是不是？
Ok, ya. Siéntate más. Los panos que vas coordinando pues
So after receiving last-minute yellow fever vaccinations, the pair set off for the road. First, a 5-hour bus ride to Taucan, a small town on the Ecuadorian border with Colombia. A trip that my security advisor Paul says can go dangerously wrong.
Ecuador is becoming narco country. We now have a lot of cartels into Ecuador. You always get news about someone getting killed, a place that's getting bombed. Even the schools are in danger now.
But with a bit of luck, Uncle Wang and Auntie Lan arrive at the border incident-free. Unlike Ecuador, Colombia requires a visa for Chinese passport holders to enter officially. A local man offers to take them through the unofficial channel for a fee away from the camera. At the same time, I get a first-hand experience of the border town.
Some guy just whistled at me from that shop, which is full of Chinese people. I think the smuggler might be thinking I'm one of his merchandise.
After a brief hiatus, the journey continues. Just after dark, they arrive at a bus interchange on the Colombian side of the border. A large South American family is setting up camp for the night.
Going to Pasto. Okay.
Pasto?
Family? Familia. Familia.
They too are hoping to go to Pasto, the first major city in Colombia. But as it gets dark, the road ahead gets dangerous. The family plans to sleep rough. The woman is clearly pregnant.
We were overloaded with baby stuff. Babies move through so fast we barely even see them. Yeah, they take them first. So anyways, we don't really need that. I gotta get going because I'm feeding people right now.
percentage of them would you estimate are Chinese?
I would say my guess is that on most days, upwards of 50%. Most of the people who are coming from China are not really familiar with camping out, staying out in the country, dealing with the kind of harsh situation that we have here, because they seem to be mostly urban people to my reckoning. They come from a very orderly society, and as you will see in a moment here, this is not a particularly orderly situation.
Hola. ¿Cómo está?
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
All we got is fruit, sandwiches, and water.
Okay.
Gotta move some water back. I'm not gonna move the table out of the way a little bit.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
World famous PB&J's. I'm in the boat. Water over here.
Thank you, Michael.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Sorry.
6, 5, 7, 58, 59, 60 people. Yesterday we fed about 750 people. I've been doing this continuously for about 10 weeks now. It's really hard to get a bunch of Chinese people to line up at a queue. I think people are really worried that there might not be enough food for everybody, so they just want to be in the front of the line. And they're right. There might not be enough food for everybody. Sad to say. There, I can see at least 30 people right now. There's probably more coming in behind. Border Patrol doesn't do anything except kind of point them in this direction. They give them a colored wristband. You saw the colored wristbands? That's the day of the week. They pretend these people are not being detained by saying, oh, look, they just decided to stay here all by themselves. Oh, they'll stay here for up to 4 days, sometimes 5 days. It's a complete legal fiction.
Anybody have red?
White. Green over here.
Back on the road, Uncle Wang and Auntie Lan are getting ready to board a flight. They hope to get from Pasto in southern Colombia to Necoclí in the north, where the trek through the Darien Gap starts. The sudden arrival of the Chinese migrants has left an impression on the locals. Even the airport staff have now mastered a few words in Chinese. As it gets close to departure, more Chinese-looking people turn up, some with young children in tow. Jaden and Chubby Chef also arrive for the same flight. Once we've boarded, it's clear that almost a third of the passengers are Chinese.
我在老家养牛，因为养了2年了，他说卫生拍到了，然后又把你拆掉，又1分钱没有补助。然后呢，就说你举一个房子，发了你1手的技术，你建好了，他又说你违章，你把你拆掉，1分钱没有补助。我从10几岁就出来，从一无所有做到负债累累，我用了20多年来打拼。我觉得我是一个很聪明的人，我也是个很努力、很勤奋的人，但是都没有办法活得下去。
有这么多国家可以去，为什么一定要去美国呢？
别的国家你要经过正常的移民渠道， 你这样子走进去，他不会收留你，他把你遣返。在美国，它是一个非常包容的国家。
On this flight, we also meet a family from Chengdu. Mom, Dad, and 13-year-old Lucy.
从哪里看？
来听一嘛。第二个是波哥大的蒙特利亚嘛，波哥大的蒙特利亚是第一登机楼。
哦，那我们现在是不是要去？
好乖啊！
Cheerful and outgoing, they stand out among the nervous Chinese migrants.
Thank you. Thank you.
Once in Akakli, I make plans to shadow the family. They're rooming with a few other Chinese migrants. And today, they need to go shopping for the upcoming Darien crossing.
没有了，警察过来一个人要收20美元。
对，这也是吗？
一样，都一样，都一样。我们是行走的美元。
小肥羊，
原来他们那个南美人只收1美元或者2美元，直接我们中国世界第2大强国，对吧？肯定是身价高嘛。我们这是不是在这里啊？我看一下。
应该就是在这条街，就这里。
刚才我们在这里自己干，所以我
hacia la calle, una calle que va a la otra calle que sigue.
Thank you.
走，去超市里买点巧克力，买点东西。
买巧克力。要买。好凉快。
罐头要不要买？
不要不要。
他们买了好多方便面，我说你干嘛吃？他说带了什么炉子了？
他买了个炉子。
我买几个方便面。
种不起来的，对，你不要想这些，要么你自己买炉子，但是你不要动逼不动。你这个思维是错的，你这个思维是居家过日子的，你这思维应该是去那个野外生存的这个思维，你要换个模式。
把炉子买过来啊。
我认为连方便面都不要，我去搞牛肉干。
我才不要吃你的，我眼睛我的牙齿都牙口不好。
OK，
我还是买几个方便面。
可以，对，我尊重你的选择嘛。
我也是来个炉子，我可以。
No, wife number 1, number 2, kid. I'm, yeah, Chinese family.
哎，那是不是要买个叉子啊？
你还要把床摆进去的。
不，我跟你想法不一样，你到时候。
There are a lot of arguments as they try to sort out what to buy to last them for the days in the jungle. The Chinese were not terribly outdoorsy people, and we've had no Boy or Girl Scouts, so this is quite an experience.
麻烦又麻烦。
你来做主好吧？啊，谢谢。 在中国的社会里，现在老婆决定一切，我们的生活才会幸福美满。
其实英文里面也有这句话，
也有这句话。
你要不要我教你
？OK。
Happy wife, happy life.
Happy wife, happy life.
Yay!
Thank
There
you.
go. 对出来这件事情，对爸爸有没有什么问题？
刚开始内心是抗拒的啊。 现在还是比较惊喜的。他刚开始跟我说，他说，是不是我们直接一张机票到纽约？我说本质上是这样的，但是我们有可能要那个走别的地方，我们去旅游一圈再到纽约。
照
帐篷要不要马上买了？
要买，帐篷要买，在这里。
随便吧，鞋子千万不能随便，你一定要那个，要不然你会走的会命都没了的。多少
7.3万。
12000。下次中国人过来，我介绍给你。
收付啊。
这是上机哦，上机哦，不要错过。我买那么多嘛，下次中国过来，每一期都有过来，然后我就介绍给你。你呀，小气儿。
taking 250 people right now. Okay? You're gonna be fine. It's all China. Let's do whites. Hey, we gotta do whites.
Yeah, white. White. Only white. Only white.
只要白色的，黄色的，去排黄色的队。
All white, huh?
There you go. Sit down on the ground and take your cell phones out. Come on, move in. Cell phones, put them in your bags.
Hey, to your back, please.
把这个系在包上，然后把这个撕下来了，护照夹起来放在身上，只是 Part 3，只是第3部分。这上面夹的是第2部分和第1部分，第3部分夹在护照上。
我踢卡塔了，刚才。用手捂住领。
China. And when people cough, tell them to cover their mouth.
用手捂住嘴巴。
如果咳嗽的话，那捂住嘴。
啊 I don't want to get sick.
只当 T 恤。It's okay.
No, it's a jacket, is it?
杰克不行，就厚的外套不行，厚的外套不行。
It needs to be a t-shirt, a shirt. No jackets, no hoodies, no sweatshirts, cardigans, nothing.
做你的工作。
我是大学去土木了。
你上过大学，为什么还要走线？
这是个很长的问题。
从哪个城市去？
深圳。
What nationalities do you see more of these days?
To be perfectly honest with you, Chinese.
Is that a surprise?
Yeah, out here.
Yeah.
It's not our normal customer.
这些牛肉好好哎，鲜肉多放点盐，防止泄斥。
为什么要做牛肉干？
是因为进了雨林没有食物，它不是补充能量嘛？
你老公会做，他觉得他会做，
他觉得他会做，
他觉得他会做。
爸爸每次觉得他搞个新鲜的东西，他都觉得自己会做，结果后面还要我给他称一称。
这个好像就是，
这个味道好。
哦，是那个，
葱洋葱的味道。
大蒜、洋葱、大蒜可以。这个是咸的，尝尝，我觉得可能是咸的。
No，
不咸啊。
搅拌一下。算了，待会儿不止全部不要。这个不要了，这个没用了吧？没用了。
我真的以为你没有办法把它做出来。
我就是看那个小红书上看来的，
对吧？
事在人为嘛，它就属于那个高能量的，而且能够抗饿的。这种东西有点像那个阿坝州，有点像阿坝州的那个风干牛肉。
对，因为妈妈当时不知道要放多少盐。
早知道这样，我不要叫他们弄了。
你们家是你做饭还是妈妈做饭？
妈妈做饭。
妈妈平时做饭。
妈妈做饭比较厉害，可能她可能是心里抗拒这个东西，她就不想做，她就瞎做。她对她喜欢的东西，她做得很好的，而且她很有天赋，对做美食。但是她觉得我在胡闹，她就，我告诉她这不是胡闹，因为到雨林里面到时候吃一口咸的都觉得很奢侈的。
是。
但是她不相信，那就没办法了。
所以你记得我教你的那句话吗
？Yeah， 那个happy wife, happy life.
There you go.
Thank you. 他现在是这样的啊，小汪，他现在叫我们等于是下午，他等一下4点钟有人送票过来，好，我们每个人交430块钱，剩余的尾款220到岛上交给艾德家。可以。他说这是朋友的价格。有定价啊，我知道，一般是700是正常的。哦，孩子一人收200。
这几条一共有几条线路可供选择？
据我所知，他介绍给我是3条线路，一条是阿凯迪，卡布嘎纳，还有个卡雷托，是三条线路。阿凯迪350，那个叫什么？中间那个？
卡布嘎纳。
好像是480。对，那个是650。
这几条线价格为什么不一样呢？
应该是难易的程度不一样。就是说，阿凯迪是最经典的路线，就是南美人一直走的路线，它是比较艰难。那个中间那个可能艰难程度低一点，在最后那个卡雷托是相对最容易的。是这个样子的。价格涨了好多，今年2月份2月份有人走卡雷托只要付300刀，价格涨了超1倍多。
哦哟，这个通货膨胀
不是通货膨胀，这个是供需关系不一样。
供需关系，对，你讲的是对的。
对。
The way they talk about the Darien Gap, it's simply men versus nature. But I know it's a lot more than that. When I was still in Quito, a friend heard about my travel plan and called me up. Once a senior politician in a Latin American country, he's done extensive work in the area and still advises governments in a region. In order to give me his honest opinion, he asks me not to reveal his identity and disguise his voice.
Let me tell you that this is very challenging, difficult, and perhaps a very dangerous project, especially in the Darien area. There is not much presence of either Colombian or Panamanian police or any type of governmental presence because it's an area that it has always been deserted. And there are several different groups of criminal gangs that operate and they make profit out of the problem of the people that needs to travel and migrate. Use violence. There have been reports of raping women, mistreatment of the young people, children and young women to be given to all their gangs that are involved in the sexual trade and the prostitution chains and the sort of things.
Is there something that we should or absolutely should not do?
So I will be very careful about filming in front of people that you don't know, that might feel threatened by disclosing their identities. And do you have a satellite phone?
Yes, I do.
Watch out with that. You need that and try not to use openly in front of people that you don't know.
Okay.
Because they might think that you are communicating with somebody else, especially if you're gonna be talking in foreign language or English.
Okay, so they need assurance that whatever information we have will not be given to authorities.
Exactly. If you have a good fixer, he should be able to arrange the terms with the people that are the ones in charge.
The criminal gang that controls the Darien is also Colombia's largest drug cartel. I obviously have no personal connection there. So I shouldn't go try and talk to that guy.
I think the guy is gonna probably give you an interview.
So I've asked a journalist contact in Colombia to help me out. Carlos has reported from the Darien Gap several times, and today we sent him off again into the jungle to ask for permission for us to enter. That looks very quiet. Is that normal?
The last time I was here was last April, and it was a lot more people.
¿Qué ha pasado, hermano? ¿Por qué se cayó tanto el negocio? ¿Qué pasó?
Ahora, por ahí de 20 días para acá, un mes, demasiado. Bajó mucho.
Ajá.
Muy bajito. La gente quiere quedarse en diciembre en la casa. ¿Sí o no?
It's just like the Christmas season and all this stuff.
Oh,
People
yes, yes.
stop moving, you know?
Yes,
Eso
the
quiere
South
pasar
Americans
con la
want to spend
familia,
Christmas
¿sí o
at
no? Pero
home.
lo que ha
Sí.
estado pasando y ha estado pasando mucho chino y mucho ecuatoriano.
I'm gonna get my ticket first.
Carlos is heading to Cartagena. Most Chinese migrants are headed there too, where they will wait until nightfall and sail again in the dark to reach Quito in Panama, where their trek starts.
Recomiendo los empaques en una bolsita plástica, artículos delicados, cámaras, cosas así, teléfono, ya personal, ya que la empresa no se hace responsable si se moja.
I hope you come back with good news.
I hope so.
Well, the most important thing is you come back, yeah?
No, I will. No worries about that. I mean,
Okay. All right. Otherwise, we're gonna have to go look for you.
otherwise you have a kicking ass story, man.
All right, man. Okay.
Yeah, take it easy.
Good luck.
Take care, guys. I'll see you in a bit.